Day 7. This is as my second upload of the day because last night I fell asleep while editing my videos. And I don't know if it's because of the calm nature of my voice or I was just bored. Either way, for today's video, I want to reflect on the last 6. The process that I applied to keep the challenge going for a whole week. My first thought is part of me is proud because I'm really committing to it. I'm showing up and I don't even know if I'm biting off more than I can chew. But it is also very reflective of the last few years of my life because right before I started to really commit to my healing journey, I adhered to a certain framework to keep my thoughts organized and stuff. But at some point it felt restrictive, so I was forced to embrace a more liberated approach, which is just to surrender to the flow and let the chips fall where they may. And yes, going with the flow, surrendering to the flow, me the feeling that I was boundless, and it allowed me to explore different approaches that I never thought I would be able to carry out, like being much more playful. My creativity had no restraints. And if we focus on that principle with the videos, my video from last night proved to me that I would like to have a little bit of structure because like speaking impromptu like that and then just kind of meandering a little bit, I would like to speak with a little more structure, a clear flow for the story instead of like feeling as if we're riding a roller coaster to nowhere and then suddenly voila, destination. But at the same time, in order for me to learn how to be structured is by letting myself spill out whatever it is that I've always wanted to talk about these last few years, but I've kept to myself. Maybe I'm also not giving myself enough credit because knowing me, that is part of my process. I have kept so much to myself these last few years that all that wisdom is just sitting in my head, and now that it's spilling out without structure, maybe that is my way of clearing out all the ideas and all that wisdom that I've always wanted on display before I can actually organize them. I think that is just the Capricorn in me. Not to get too woo-woo, but I do have to acknowledge that it could be because of that placement. And you know what? To be honest with you, you cannot be a well-rounded, talented, skilled person without going out of the confines of things that give you comfort, like your beliefs. Like you have to explore every possible thing out there that can give you an idea as to why you are the way you are and how you can use that to actually help you pave the way to your mental and emotional freedom. So for me, those were one of the things that gave me the clarity. Like it felt like there was a clasp in my head that was holding on so tight for everything to make sense. And then once I decided to open my mind into the possibility that I might learn something from these esoteric knowledge, something in me unclasped and I felt lighter, freer, and felt like my brain expanded, and I was able to welcome so much more knowledge and information that helped me move further relationally, emotionally, mentally, internally, everything. So I guess right now I just want to end this video by saying thank you for sticking with me for the whole week. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate the views that you've given me, apart from my best friend who watches them every day. That is like my one guaranteed view every day. I don't even watch my own videos, but I just want to thank everyone giving your time, consuming my content, and I hope that moving forward I am able to give you or offer you so much more value. So that's it for day 7, and I'll see you again tomorrow on day 8. Thank you guys and have a great day.